private contracts are going to be able to be set. What? Oh. Hi, everyone. How are you? I'm David. We're going to talk ETFs today, Argentina. We have a special guest and much, much more. Let's get into it. Anyways, wow, that was a great intro, guys. Man. Yes, I am talking to myself. This is what I do on Thursdays. It's a new segment of our show called David Talks to Himself. Robin, how you doing?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. We take old, boring, stale information and repackage that thing up enough fun to sexy. Hey, man, Bitcoin is moving. Or is it?
You know what's moving, bro? Is freaking Solana. $93. It's about to flip BNB. Literally is about, look at this. It is literally about to flip BNB. We're about $1.4 million away, or $1.4 billion away from Solana being the third most valuable blockchain, taken away, of course, Tether at 91. Jesus, $91 billion Tether. What the hell? Solana, man, back before FTX, when Solana was having their issues, we pointed it out. We said, hey, look, if Solana's going to keep doing this, they're not going to make it. Get your money off Solana. And then FTX happened, right? Solana went down. Our initial thought was, damn, this thing might not go to zero, but might just crumble and fall. And then as we started doing more research, as more news came out, we were like, hey, man, this thing, they're continuing to go forward. And since then, we've been pretty bullish on Solana for a little over a year, but someone who's been bullish on Solana throughout the entire time has been Forrest, and he joins our show every Friday. So big shout out to him. But I do want to get started with the theme of today's show, and that is Bitcoin's ETF price spike is just around the corner, my friends. This is from Coin Paprika. Bitcoin ETF applicants roll out multiple Bitcoin ads ahead of approval. We saw Bitwise do one with the most interesting man in the world. They just dropped part 2, and, well, this is what part 2 looks like.
Thought you would like to know. Satoshi sends his regards. Look for Bitwise, my friends.
Satoshi sends his regards, Rob. Also, we have this from Hashdex. Seems like a shot at maybe a company like BlackRock. I don't know. Let's take a look at this one.
I'm coming in hot.
So they're pretty much saying, look, we're a crypto-focused firm. Don't go with no BlackRock. Don't go with no Fidelity, Vanguard, VanEck. Come to Hashtag. So these guys are gearing up, man. The amount of money they're spending on advertising, creating these commercials. Google just changed their policy on advertising on crypto. Man, we're this freaking close. And I got a Bitcoin video coming out later today that you can share with all your family and friends when you're unwrapping Christmas presents around the Christmas tree. And they're saying, what is this Bitcoin? Why is it going to go up? Bam. Look, my friends at Sin City Crypto, they made a video. That's what you're going to do, okay? So that video comes out later today. We also have this couple articles I want to share. This is from Cryptopolitan. 50K Bitcoin data links SEC approval of ETFs to soaring prices. Matrixport, their projection is based on a careful analysis of historical data and market trends. The firm points out that in the lead up to the CME Group's Bitcoin futures launch, there was a significant price increase with Bitcoin values soaring by over 190% within a 6 to 7 week window. Drawing from this, Matrixport anticipates a potential breakout for Bitcoin, especially during the Christmas to New Year period, historically marked by an average increase of 3%. However, the firm also notes there have been notable exceptions in the past, with Bitcoin prices skyrocketing as seen in 2011, 2013, and 2020, which is 2020 is the little time frame, the little fragment segment that I'm looking at and comparing Bitcoin to. we had a shock event, right? We had people getting airdrop money, and then we saw what happened. And then on the flip side, though, it's important to look at both sides. We have QCP Capital thinks that Bitcoin is going to retrace to $36,000 before we start to go up in price. This is a quote. It is likely that the actual demand for the Bitcoin spot ETF at the start will fall short of market expectations.
Lies.
I agree. We expect topside resistance for Bitcoin in the 45 to 48.5K range and a possible retracement to 36K before the uptrend resumes. They also write that Ethereum is seen as a potential secondary investment option with an anticipated market shift from Bitcoin and speculative interest in a forthcoming Ether spot ETF. Rob, are you in this camp or are you in this camp? And what are your thoughts on the commercials and the ramping up of the ETF narrative here?
The amount of liquidity, amount of price action, the amount of FOMO is grossly underestimated. I think even the experts that are bullish on the ETF are falling short on what it's actually going to do. I wouldn't be surprised. Bitcoin hits 80,000. I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a 2x from where we're at right now.
Not even
a 2x. And if you have been in this game long enough, you know that it doesn't take long for Bitcoin to 2x. It didn't take long for Bitcoin in the previous cycle to go from 20,000 to 40,000. It didn't take long for Bitcoin to go from 6,000 during the COVID
3,500. Try again.
Yeah, 3,500. Yeah. But even after even before and after the 3,500 in that little zone, it went from 3,500 to 6,000, right? And then from there, it went from 6,000 to 12, 15,000, and that was all in the span of a few weeks, man. And so if you don't think that within a few weeks Bitcoin can 2x, you haven't been paying attention to the Bitcoin chart historically. Because it has not only done it once before, twice before, but it's done it probably 10, 15 different times. And so if you don't think Bitcoin can 2x off of a major influx of liquidity capital, you are plugging the New York Stock Exchange into the Bitcoin network. The largest financial network there is. The most amount of circulating capital for investments is sitting there, ready to pounce on Bitcoin. No seed phrase needed. No permission from the U.S. government needed. You want some?
Get some.
Get some. There it is. Let's go, baby. Hit the like button. We got some bullhorn sounds. Ashley, there's a bullhorn. There it is. Have you hit the like button yet?
Thank you, Rob.
That's you not. Do us a favor. We got 60 likes, 140 viewers. That means we got less than 50% like ratio. Over half of you are confused on how this YouTube thing works.
Huh.
And I ask you to unconfuse yourself and hit the like button. Also, if you're new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We do have a few new people in the chat I've spotted out. We got Ben's Lambo.
Sorry.
Duke Juan, Reliable J. Also, we got Crypto Slab, JC, Alex Wells, 3 Doc, and Crypto Wanderer. Oh, to all of you. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And I want to call on the chat today. Is today the day we get a new whale member?
I don't know.
You think it's today?
Today's a special show, man.
Is it?
Today's a very special show.
Am I special?
We have we got a special package from our friend Jimmy. We just opened the box. We haven't seen what's inside though. So we're excited. We're going to share that live. Also, if you're a fan of Caspa, we have a guest today, Adam Charles, never been on the show. He's fighting in the IFC, and he was one of the original people that was working on Caspa, and maybe he's going to give you guys some insight. So stay tuned for that. Yesterday, Robin went on a very long rant about Polygon. The man's very persuasive, and I had to go ahead and buy some Bitcoin or some Matic. I had about $1,000 in Tether set aside, took some profits on one of my degen plays, and I said, this dude is right. Polygon under 80 cents with everything happening. Gosh dang it. I'm in, you son of a gun. About $1,000 of Polygon Matic. So Robin, if you're wrong, I swear to God, I'm returning your damn Christmas present.
How would I be wrong?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe my time horizon might be a little off. 2x by the New Year's? 10 days for you, Polygon. Catch up. Let's
You
go.
know it's not off.
But it's definitely going to it's going to 2x relatively soon. I just think it might be within the next few weeks.
You know what else is going to 2x? Is my friends. Our channel sponsor, CAMS, Blue Wire Technology. If you want a business and you want to maximize your networking, IT, and your cybersecurity, there is no better company that's going to help guide you and make sure that you have the right things in place to make money for your business. And that is CAMS Blue Wire Tech. Visit bluewiretech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Robin, I want to share this with you and get your opinion. Okay. So this is from Ali Charts. By the way, this is a great handle to follow at Ali_charts. So shout out to him or her. From capitulation to belief, the mood in Bitcoin market has seen a full spectrum of changes. However, it is worth noting, excuse me, that historically, every time sentiment has shifted from capitulation to belief, Bitcoin has experienced a retracement. Could history repeat itself? And Robin, we're going to take a look at a few exhibits. Exhibit A, this is back in 2016. Capitulation, hope. Once we switch to belief, then we see a downturn in the price of Bitcoin. This was back in 2012. A shift from capitulation to hope to belief, downturn in price. And it happened twice in 2012. In the 2020 cycle, same thing. Bitcoin retraced once sentiment changed. And well, look at what we have here, Robin. From capitulation to hope, optimism. Now we are in belief. Are we going to see a downturn in the price of Bitcoin as we have seen in the 3 previous cycles? Or is this time truly different?
This time truly different. I don't believe in the truly different this time around.
Literally, it's
I
different.
think-
It's
I think-
literally different.
Yeah, every cycle is different, but everyone thinks it's going to be an entire new narrative, right? I just think that they're going to have bigger, we're going to have a bigger upside, lower downside on price of Bitcoin. First of all, the cycle will repeat itself, but it also repeats itself in the traditional markets, right? You do get generally a 4-year cycle on the U.S. markets, and those tend to coincide with the presidential elections. And obviously, you get a lot of policy that's favorable for the incumbent president when there's an election. There's no surprise. Like, hey, you're running for election. All of a sudden, you start printing money and handing out free gifts.
They never do that.
And then you're like, look what I have done for you. I have lined your pockets in cash. Please vote for me. And that's generally how it happens. But then, you multiply that by every single 4 years, you get inflation. And also, you tend to get cycles, right? Every time the president comes up, every 4 years, and then we get loosening monetary policy. We print more money. People are happy. They try to vote for the same president that was there before. And then, anyways,
Bro,
Bitcoin just happens to line up with that. The halving just so happens to coincide with the presidential election, which also coincides with the traditional markets. And so,
and guess what?
that trend will always stay because 1, the halving is set. 2, the presidential elections are set. And the traditional markets follow a 4-year cycle. It generally goes out to 8 years if you look at it historically, but it is a 4-year cycle. But it's about
Especially when the incumbent is up for reelection.
Yes, 100%. And
Satoshi know what he was doing, damn it. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Russell Manuel. Russell has been with us since we were at, 1,000 subscribers. So, Russell, love you, man. Miss you, my friend. You know who else I love? I love Mark Yusko. This was Mark Yusko in 2019, Robin, on CNBC. This man,
2019,
bro. Listen to what he says. Wow, God, what? We need to bring him back on the show. He's been on our show twice. Amazing conversations every time he's on. Listen to what he said 4 years ago when Bitcoin's price was $8,000.
Before we go, Bitcoin
Yeah,
was under 8,000 earlier today.
buy it.
Regardless,
Buy it
though, of
every
the
day.
drop, if I said to you Bitcoin dropped to 5,000, you'd say buy it.
Buy it. Because here's the thing, the daily price of Bitcoin doesn't matter. It's been alive for 10 years. In every year, other than one, 2015, it's made a higher low. The market cap has grown every single year. Every fundamental indicator of Bitcoin, usage, wallets, block size, transaction size, number of transactions, every single one, hash rate, making new highs. All of the indicators of the network and the network value are rising. The price of any asset fluctuates. Let's take Amazon. Amazon's been a public company for 20 years. In every year, including this year, it's at a double-digit drawdown. The average peak to trough, minus 31%. Twice, minus 90%. When was the right time to sell? Never. Who's owned it since the IPO to today? Jeff and his mom and dad. That's it.
All right. We're going to leave it there, Mark.
All right,
Good to see you.
thanks. Thanks for
you,
having me.
Mark
Great to be with you.
Morgan
Man,
Stanley.
what a really puts things in a perspective, right? Because Bitcoin's so volatile, bam. Every single year, Amazon twice has had double-digit drawdowns. Every single year. Any comment on this video, Robin? Great video. Mark, if you're watching, man, we love you.
Why weren't we buying more Bitcoin at that time? The
think
thing
I
is he's over here preaching about 8,000, and she's like, well, if we dropped to 5, you'd buy it, right?
Hell yeah.
And now look, $8,000. She's over here, you know.
I wish I would have listened to Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some potentially bad news, Rob.
Bad news?
Yeah. The U.S. government have officially approved, U.S. courts, this is tweeted from Coin Bureau. U.S. courts have officially approved the government's confiscation of over 69,000 Bitcoin valued at about $3 billion, which belonged to the Silk Road Darknet marketplace. And it says the U.S. government has historically auctioned off seized Bitcoin, leading to speculation that they'll do the same. But it also says this Bitcoin could be sold to the spot ETF applicants. Does this throw a wrench, Robin, into what we've talked about as far as, hey, these ETF issuers are going to have to go up and buy the Bitcoin? Now, if they have an OTC deal with the government, does that throw a wrench in our narrative here, my friend?
No.
No? $3 billion, man. It ain't.
I get that. All the government's going to do is sell this BTC at or near fair market value, right? Now they're going to sell it OTC. Traditionally, they have auctioned them off. So if you were to look at how the U.S. government has offloaded their Bitcoin in the past, they've auctioned it off, and the auction usually gets bid up to around fair market value. And then I don't see why this is going to be any different. The U.S. government's going to say, hey, we got a bunch of Bitcoin. Who wants to buy some? And then they're going to just take bids. And the exchanges or ETFs now are going to simply say, hey, this is how much we have to offer for the Bitcoin. And nobody's going to undercut the price of Bitcoin substantially and get it approved, right? Nobody's going to come up and say, well, I'm going to only give you 33,000 for the Bitcoin. There's no reason to do that because any other player can buy it at near fair market value and then sell it, turn around and sell it, right? So this is such a non-story, bro.
Non-story.
No. What I'm saying is like the narrative that it's going to affect the ETFs and the price of Bitcoin and all of this, it's nothing. It's going to be all done behind the scenes. It's going to provide liquidity to the exchanges and the ETFs, and it's going to be bought and sold at near fair market value. What is a bigger story is the fact that the Bitcoin halving is around the corner. That's a real supply shock, right? You're going from 900 Bitcoin mined a day down to 450. I don't think that y'all grasp how big of a situation that is. And there's going to be a situation where with the ETF, they're going to need a massive amount of Bitcoin. And they're going to come knocking on the U.S. government's door and say, hey, y'all sitting on some of them coins, man. Why don't you come off them?
Yeah, I got any more than Bitcoins?
Yeah. And they're going to buy them at near fair market value just because of the supply shock.
You know, this is a funny meme I saw I'd like to share with you guys. I don't care what they say. I think your Ethereum portfolio is amazing, honey.
Is that you?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Big shout out to Jimmy for gifting 20 memberships. The official sugar daddy of Sin City Crypto. We're going to get into the markets and we're going to bring our guest on here. So let's take a look at where BTC is at. Well, first, take a look at where the market cap is at. Here, let me refresh this. $1.65 trillion in total crypto market cap. Volume is at 67.8 billion. Bitcoin dominance, call it 52%, 51.9. ETH dominance has slipped to 16.3%. As far as Bitcoin, $43,477. Ethereum, 4 deuces, 22222. Lot of talk. Ethereum is slow. Ethereum is clunky. Ethereum is dead. Ethereum gate, ETH gate. Careful, sell your Ethereum. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little less bullish on Ethereum, but I'm not going to sell all of it. Still think I can get to 10K, 15, 20K. I don't know. I think this is the one cycle where Ethereum truly has competitors. And I think we're going to see that TVL gap start to close, right? It's not going to be 30, 35, 40 to 1 now. We're already seeing TVL, and we'll take a look here real quick. TVL, Ethereum sitting at 28 billion, Tron 8.3, Binance Smart Chain 3 billion, and Solana up 107% over the last one. It's doubled in a month to $1.2 billion in total value locked. So true competitors in this cycle for Ethereum. Still think it's going to get to 10K, 5X for a $250 billion market cap project. Pretty damn solid. BNB, $270. Again, Solana has started to retrace a little bit, down 2.4% on the 1 hour, down to $91.91. This thing will flip Binance Chain, BNB. It will, mark my words. It's already flipped XRP, which is sitting at 61.6 cents. Cardano, 61 cents. Avalanche continuing to rally, up 4% on the 24-hour, coming in at $45.43. And then rounding out the top 10 is Dogecoin, flat on the hour, flat on the day, down 5% on the 7-day. And then I said Polkadot can get to 12 to 15 bucks by the end of the year. It's seeing a 16% surge over the last 24 hours. Will we see Polkadot get to 12 bucks by the end of the year? I want to know what you think in the chat. Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. And then taking a look at the crypto bubbles, Near Protocol is absolutely on fire. 21.4%. We are working on getting the founder of Near on the show. That should be happening in the next few weeks. Flow is up 10%. Again, Solana up 12%. Phantom up almost 10%. Algorand, so a lot of green, a little bit of red. If we go over to the 1 hour, we see a movement from Stacks. By the way, we did do a Stacks video. Go check that out after the live show. Any thoughts on where the markets are, Robin? Polkadot, as I mentioned, $8. I did say I think get to 12 to 15 by the end of the year. This thing is starting to pump. Is it going to have a Solana, Avalanche, Cardano style run here, or?
I don't know, man. I think the Polygon or the Polkadot. I just don't see it running as hard as the rest of the ecosystem. I think that Cosmos, comparable ecosystem, layer 1, interconnective chain, also Chainlink, the CCIP, going to be more interconnected. I think there's more competition for Polkadot. In the past, when Polkadot first came out, it was just smart contract. It was very innovative. But now there's more competition coming in. And also, there's just more interconnected functionality between chains. So you got Avalanche and Ethereum network, very integrated. You have Cardano making strides into connecting with other blockchains as well. And so Polkadot's use case doesn't stand out on its own as hard as it did before. So I don't know. I'm just not the biggest Polkadot.
I'm not either.
It is up 15%.
Still make money.
So I do think it'll get returns. It you know what I compare it to? Remember Litecoin last bull market? It still ran up, but it fell against the rest of the market. You know, Litecoin is slipping. Litecoin used to be number 2 on the market cap list, and it has, you know, during 2017 it got up to $350, and then in 2021 it got up to over $300. But it's diminishing returns compared to the rest of the altcoin market. I think that's something comparable we're going to see with Polkadot. In my opinion.
All right. We have our guest waiting. Let's go ahead and patch him in. First time on the show. He is a personal friend of ours, Adam Charles. Also no IFC fighter, also the godfather of crypto influencers. Although I decided, what? When are we getting a belt, man?
A HODL award.
HODL award. Okay. Adam, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show, my friend.
I'm a personal friend of yours? Really?
What?
I consider you like a brother, so I take that as an insult.
Well, I said like family, man.
No, you said personal friend, and then
Yeah,
Robin
well,
rolled his eyes.
I said personal. It's personal, man. Hey, thank you so much for joining the show, man. Adam, if tell us a little bit about yourself, and then your fight. Please talk about your fight, the IFC fight. So we're at the IFC event. We met a couple of our community members there. I know Lisa was there, and then a few other people were there. Great event, which you helped put together. You are fighting in IFC. How excited are you? And what are you most looking forward to for the Dominican Republic in February?
Are you telling me my fight's in the Dominican Republic? You have all the alpha on this?
Yeah.
Where did you hear this? I'm hearing on it for the first time.
I got the inside news.
So this is breaking news. You're telling me I'm fighting in the Dominican Republic?
Yeah.
So damn, I gotta go get a visa then. Hey, but it is interesting that you called that the IFC event, because it was both the IFC event and the Influencer Awards. And that was the 6th annual Influencer Awards, which you should be familiar with. You were up for Micro Influencer of the Year. And actually, I got the results for that right here on my phone. You want to know how close you got to winning that?
I do.
All right, cool. Well, while I'm doing it, I'm just going to rattle on the events, the whole winners here. So, best current events coverage. Altcoin Daily won with 81.6%. Best technical analysis, that was Crypto Lifer with 23.9%. The runner-up was Ben Cowan with 18.6%. Best variety channel, 26.9% for Georgia Crypto to Us. Crypto Banter came in second with 22.8%. Best Web3 adjacent channel, that's like NFTs and GameFi. Paul Barron, 37.2%. Best education, Coinbureau ran away with it, 55.4%. Best micro channel. So that's like if you have less than 100K, it's a way to give a belt to someone that might be killed otherwise. Unfortunately, we had category fraud this year, and Mr. Ben Armstrong won it with 20.4%. Now, oddly enough, there's someone in your chat named Ben Lambo. I made him a belt that had a Lamborghini on it, and then I threw it in the trash. I threw it in the trash because it's category fraud, and honestly, he doesn't deserve to win Micro Channel of the Year because he's a ginormous channel who went through some hardships. So that was like a little like troll on everyone who voted for him. You, however, came in 4th place with 8% of the vote. Ahead of you was AJ Rice Crypto, who Ben advocated for, and Crypto Us Plus, which, as you know, was helping put on the event because they are the main partner of the IFC. The Influencer of the Year was Altcoin Daily with 54.3%, and Crypto Lifer came in second with 20.8%.
All I heard was we won.
Oh, no, you took 4th out of 30. That's not bad, brother. And you had basically 2 category frauds in there.
Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last. All right?
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's something I'm going to do for you. Because this is breaking news I'm giving you. You would say you guys wanted a belt, right?
No, we want to earn it. We don't want any handouts. We don't want handouts.
Oh, no,
I want to say this. This is what I'm saying. Bold prediction. I'm dropping it right now. Dropping the hammer. Dropping the knowledge. Okay, listen here. Next year, we ain't going to be in the running for micro cap. We're not going to be We're not going to be in the running for micro craps next year. Next year, craps. We're going to be in the main. What was the main one again?
Best channel.
Best channel? Yeah, that's us, baby. We are the best channel. We just haven't.
Good luck, Ronnie. Now, let me get to what I was saying. Obviously, micro influence, less than 100K. Ben Armstrong qualified on a technicality. Ben Armstrong didn't want to win it, so he told everyone to vote for AJ Rice Crypto. So he sent all his audience there. So let's eliminate those 2. Number 3 was Cryptos Are Us Plus, which threw on the event. So obviously they had the best, not saying they did anything shenanigans, just saying they had the best optics, because every time you went to go vote for something, Crypto or Us Plus was on one of the promotional, which means You take out those 3 category frauds, you guys won best micro influencer legitimately, as you should.
And we
So
didn't
I'm gonna
even
get you a belt.
we didn't even call on our community
Yeah.
to vote either. We didn't even call on the community. If we would have rallied the troops, let me tell you, we could take on best channel, man. I'm telling you,
I'm gonna
sleep
I'm
on
gonna
us.
show off some of these I have. This is Wendy's Auto Awards. Auto Awards are given for like special like achievements. Wendy plays Mama Bear to all of us. You can always get her on the phone, and she always listens to our problems. I thought that was deserving of an award. Unfortunately, she left the event early. She was feeling ill, so she couldn't pick her up. This one's Crypto Crow, because after the very first Influencer Awards, that took place in 2018 at Consensus in New York, Crow decided that we should all stick together and become friends. So he made a Telegram group, which you guys are all in, that has like 250 plus content creators, how they share tips and tricks and kind of, just become friendly and get to know each other. Jason was too big to get on a plane. He was too big to get on a plane that he couldn't get a first class seat. So I have to mail this to him. And this one, a crypto lifer who really wanted to show up. He made a trip to the airport and everything, but then he remembered his wife is 8 months pregnant and thought better of it. So I'm gonna mail this to him as well.
Lifer's the best.
Want to
man.
show those all off.
Well, we appreciate you, man, highlighting all the different great content creators in our space. We appreciate everything you do. I do want to shift this conversation. Our community, they're huge Caspa fans, and I know you kind of had a hand in the early beginnings of working with some of the team. Do you mind kind of expanding on that and maybe dropping some insight for our community?
Yeah, I found it awkward that that's how you introduced me, considering what I've been doing for most of my time has been babysitting, content creators. Not you, you're pretty good, but I have to babysit Rob sometimes. It's out of control. It's terrible shirts.
Give him a bottle. He's fine.
Drunken deliverance. Oh, there he is staring at me. Maybe give you a Christmas card.
Better be careful.
Right, we'll get it out later. No, so I worked for a lot of different companies over my time. One of them was a company called DAG Labs in 2021. I was brought on to spearhead something called, it never really got off the ground, but you can still find the secret Twitter I made for it. I think we followed you at one point, called Cash Token, which I can't quite remember what it did, but it was going to be related to Caspa sometime. Caspa was already made, but they were not quite sure how to market it out. Honestly, the guy in charge of it, his name is Jonathan Soplinski. He is a very, very intelligent data scientist. He's one of like 2 people, I believe, named by name by Vitalik in the original Ethereum white paper. Super, super smart guy. He always gives like lectures at Berkeley out here in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, when talking to other people, he can go over people's heads. Like he's just so intelligent that sometimes it's like having an AI read the encyclopedia. So my manager actually had me analyze and listen to every single like talk Jonathan ever did, every recorded talk, and then try and make like take all his little snippets and make a clever YouTube video to try to explain what it was that Caspa actually did. Long story short on that, they went into hibernation mode and basically didn't kind of relaunched themselves a few years later, and Caspa is doing great. Now, the reason Caspa is doing great is because they finally figured out the way to market it. It has always been great because Jonathan Soplinski is one of the smartest people in crypto. He's one of the few people named in the original Ethereum white paper. And it's just being able to take that like just super next level AI mind of his and being able to communicate the message to the public. Now, speaking of which, I reached out to him recently and asked him if he wanted to do some interviews with some YouTubers, and he said yes. Unfortunately, he said he wanted to work with like some big guys. But I'm gonna try to set him up with some of those guys. Your altcoin dailies and what have you. See how that goes. But he said high quality as well. I think you guys are very high quality. So if I put that together, I'm going to try to get him to come on the show. No promises, though.
We appreciate that, man. We might not have the biggest numbers, but I dare you to find anyone that's got a better production quality than we do. That's no shot to anyone else in the space.
It is a shot. Shots fired.
Fine, it's a shot. Pew, 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 pew. Adam,
hey, David.
What's that?
Would you ever consider fighting Rob in the IFC?
We talked about this actually. If there's another event,
Yeah.
potentially, but you guys are gonna have to pay us a lot of money, man.
How much money? Exactly.
I don't know, 50K a piece. What do you think, Rob? 50K?
I got like a
50K.
torn rotator cuff right now.
Here come the
Yeah, I mean, you have
excuses.
the
I'm Elon Musk.
upgrade.
He is Mark
I can't
Zuckerberg.
even lift more than
He is
20
Mark
pounds with my
Zuckerberg.
left arm at the moment.
Don't worry, we won't have roast beef sandwiches before we fight. All I'm saying is, you're already making excuses. We haven't even agreed
Don't
to a
worry,
fight yet.
man. I will.
I will. I'll drop this dude in 5
I
seconds.
only need one arm anyway, so we're good.
Hey, listen to me. I'm 38 years old. Before I got into all this crypto shenanigans, so I just kind of fell into, I was a MMA fighter. I really went all into it. I used to live in my car, or that got towed. I lived in my van and that got towed. I just lived in the gym. I trained all day long, and eventually I woke up one day, 29, almost 30. I'm like, man, I got no money. What am I doing with my life? So living in San Francisco, did what any homeless fighter does, became a techie, led me to crypto. But every damn day, man, when I go to sleep at night, I don't dream of like having Lamborghinis, becoming a crypto millionaire. I dream of fighting in the UFC. So it's crazy that all of this crypto shenanigans and all of my relationships I built up over the years with the great YouTubers and TikTokers like yourself has led me to resurrect. I get him. That guy behind my shoulder right there. That's what I used to look like when I used to fight professionally. I'm going to look like that again come February in the Dominican Republic. I'm fighting a guy named Keith Berry. He's fought for the UFC, Bellator, a bunch of great promotions. He's a two-time King and Cage champion. He has a Wikipedia page, and he has 34 fights to my 4. And I'm going to try to beat him, or I'm going to go to Valhalla, baby. What are your predictions, guys? What are your predictions? You think I can do it?
I haven't seen this other guy, man, but you're a big dude, man. And if you're going to look like that dude in the back poster, I don't know. I got to do a little more. I'm a research guy. I'm very research driven, you know? Got to do my research. Got to watch some videos. Got to try to find videos
If
of
you say no, I'm going to drop you on your head next time I see you, Dave.
Fair enough. I do have a thick skull. Guys, if you want, I'd recommend you guys go follow Adam. There's not a single person that is more plugged in to the YouTube influencer content creator space than this man right here. At Adam Charles MKT. Go follow him. I look forward to seeing you in February, my friend, for the fight. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day, brother. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
Robin, why don't you give some love?
All right. So if you are new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We did have 20 gifted memberships from Jimmy earlier. I know you gave him a little love shout out. We have Vino Mystic, as well as Crypto Chef Duke Juan and Reliable J. To all of you, also XXI Gaming and Kid Come On, Red Moon Doc, and Local 11 as well. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Let me slap you in the face with this.
What?
Just a slap, bro. Argentina now allows Bitcoin-denominated private agreements. Crypto briefing. Here we go. One of the new regulations that Javier Milei has put in place is the acceptance of Bitcoin and other crypto as a legitimate means of payment for contracts. Chancellor Diana Mondino has confirmed that starting today, it will be possible to make or agree to contracts in Bitcoin or any other crypto within the country. This is her quote. We ratify and confirm that in Argentina, contracts can be agreed upon in Bitcoin and also in any other cryptocurrency and kind, such as kilograms of beef or liters of milk. Article 766, obligation of the debtor must deliver the corresponding amount of the designated currency, whether the currency has legal tender in the Republic or not. Now ask yourself this question. If I'm making a contract or an agreement or a deal, do I want to get paid in US dollar knowing that the Fed is about to cut rates and they're about to print money? No. Do I want to get paid in the Argentine peso? Probably no.
Hell no.
What you trying to get paid in? BTC, baby. Robin, it's just super bullish, right?
Yeah. Argentina is yeah. It is super. It's a thumbs up bullish. The newly elected president.
Put his money where his mouth is, man.
Huh? Yeah. And he's trying to shut down the central bank.
Love it.
And Bitcoin adoption is already growing extremely fast in South America, particularly in countries that have out of control inflation. There is a percentage of people that live there that are saying, hey, you know what? Let me use Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. We talk about it here in the States. We talk about the dollar's inflation, but you're having inflation in the triple digits, right? You're getting inflation of 100% in Argentina on an annual basis. And so saving money is pretty much not even possible unless you're in commodities. And well, we got the strongest commodity, a digital commodity that you can just buy, custody yourself, and you have a president that is embracing this, trying to abolish the central bank, trying to get off of the dollar and
Peso.
Yeah.
Peso in the dollar.
Yeah, well, there's a strong reliance on the dollar, so he's been pretty outspoken on getting out of the peso, going into the dollar, and also using go backwards there,
Bitcoin, commodities.
Bitcoin and dollar out of the peso.
We're going to get into some altcoin news here. I do want to give a shout out to those of you that have been watching our channel as I have been beating this damn drum on Near Protocol at $1. Was it around $1.20? To me, this was an easy 20x. So congrats to you guys. If you got exposure to Near Protocol under $1.50, you're watching this channel. This thing is up 56% over the last 7 days, about to cross $4. And we do have some news as they have partnered with Arbitrum. Arbitrum integrates Near DA, which stands for Data Availability for developers building Ethereum rollups. The Near Data Availability Layer, also known as Near DA, was one of the most exciting announcements to come out of NearCon 2023. Unveiled by Near Protocol co-founder and new Near Foundation CEO Ilya Polasukin, Near DA is a highly efficient and robust data availability layer designed to help Ethereum rollup builders simplify their network and lower costs, while ensuring they can scale like the Near Protocol. Is Near's got that Solana feeling, right? They're like just quietly building. People were doubting them. They were from $21 down to $1, even a little bit under. Not a lot of crazy price action, and then you start seeing them really take leaps forward. Great technology. The super simple for developers to build on their platform, as they have enabled JavaScript and their I believe it's Rust, the programming language. Two of the most compatible, easy ones to use. JavaScript is the most common programming language in the world. And man, Near, I think Near is going to melt faces, man. 40, 50 bucks, I think, is not out of the question for Near, which if you picked it up at $1, 50x, my dude. Robin, are you as bullish on Near as I am?
I am.
Well, tell your face.
My face?
And your voice.
I am. Here's the thing. It's ran significantly hot. So if you're looking for entry on Near, I'd probably wait for a pullback. But I think it'll pull back. But here's the thing. You got the bull market coming around. Would it be a good time to DCA? I think it's a solid project. It's outside the top 20. And so do you think it can crack the top 10?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Who's it going to bump out?
People are not going to like this. I think it can bump out Cardano.
You think it's gonna rally harder? You think it's gonna surpass Cardano on the market cap?
I think it's a potential.
Honestly,
top 10.
I don't see that.
Top 10 would be a stretch. I would say maybe a 10% chance of getting in the top 10. If I had to pick one, it's going to replace.
I would say
maybe
Avalanche
even replace XRP.
XRP's number 6. You keep going. You said
XRP
doesn't make sense as you say it's gonna.
But I don't think
a stretch to cross the top 10.
I don't.
And then you say
it is a
Cardano,
stretch. But I said if I had,
then you go
one
further up the list. XRP. What's next? It's gonna flip.
But I don't think XRP is gonna rally like the rest of these ones are. I think $2 XRP.
So you think?
maybe?
Okay. So question here. You think XRP is gonna fall out of the top 10?
I'm saying you asked me what would it replace. I'm saying if it
I
happened.
understood the question. I'm just.
Well, I hope you
starting
did. You're the one who asked
starting
it.
to expand.
I am
on
saying
this.
if I had to pick one, I don't think it's going to supplant Avalanche. Definitely not Solana, not BNB, not Ethereum, not Bitcoin. So what are we left with? Cardano, Doge, XRP. I just don't think we're going to get a massive pump out of XRP. I really don't. I could be wrong. Either way, you're still going to make money. Whether it cracks the top 10 or it cracks the top 12 or 15, you're still going to make money on your protocol.
I wonder what
You're still going to make money on Cardano. You're still going to make money on XRP.
Chat,
Just not as much.
do you think the XRP will fall out of the top 10 on cryptocurrency?
They're going to
market
say
cap?
no.
Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. Right now, that means that USDC would flip it, which I think that's actually a high possibility that USDC flips XRP.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When we
Cardano
say
would
top
flip it,
10,
Avalanche, Doge.
are we taking stable coins out of this?
No, the top 10 as it stands right now.
If you take stable coins out, then yeah.
You take stable coins out,
Yeah. If it's just crypto projects, top 10,
yeah,
not stable coins,
then it falls out of the top 10.
better
It's
chance of
harder to
falling.
fall out of the top 10 with the stable coins.
I'm saying it's easier to fall into the top 10. Anyways, we're talking in circles here, man. The chat obviously thinks that, yes, XRP will fall out of the... Wait, was one yes?
Yeah.
One was a yes. Okay.
2's a no.
I do want to talk about Solana as the chat is doing that. A lot of 2s. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm too bearish on XRP. I don't know. I still have a bag. Solana reaches another yearly high. Can it reclaim $100 in 2023? It has increased by over 700% this year alone. Solana has 7x from briefly under $10 to over $90. And I showed this earlier. TVL, $1.19 billion for Solana. And you can see here as I scroll down, this thing has been rallying, right? Since October of this year, when it was at $331 million, it has almost 4x'd in a matter of 2 months. 4x in 2 months. We always talk about Ethereum is king because that is where the liquidity lives. As you can see here, $28 billion in TVL for ETH. The next closest one, which we talk about it kind of being a, maybe not a scam chain, but it's Tron, and that's at $8 billion. So, I don't know. Any thoughts on Solana? You think it'll get to $100 by the end of the year?
By the end of the year? Sure. Yeah. I actually do think that will happen. Solana sitting at $92. It's $7.50 away. I think that's highly probable, actually. I do think that there's going to be a price surge in Bitcoin right at the end of the year. I think that Bitcoin moves above 45,000 in preparation for the ETFs, which will be within the first week of the announcement of the ETF should come around the first week of January. And in preparation for that, Bitcoin's price is going to soar. I do think that we're over 45,000 for sure. I think we start playing around in that 45 to 50K range, and we'll be testing the $50,000 range. And then once we get the official announcement, we'll shoot up to 55.
Let me ask you about Tron, Robin. They are number 2 in TVL. They're number 12 on the market cap. It hasn't really had a bear market, dude. I mean, look at this. Take a look at the Tron chart real quick on look at the last 1 year. This thing has held pretty steady, right? What are your thoughts on Tron? Is this a good investment? And we'll just zoom into, look at this. This was the top, right? It's the top back in 2021. Hasn't really had a bear market like the rest of the crypto markets. Does that show strength or does that show manipulation is going on? And are you telling people to stay away from Tron, or is this maybe a good bet for maybe a 10x, a 12x?
I don't know. I just don't believe it. I personally don't believe it, but then again, I don't operate. I operate here in the States, so I'm not as plugged into what's going on in Asia. If you're not familiar with Tron, this is the go-to token in Japan, China. This is where it gets most of its volume and trading. And
a lot of high net worth individuals, traders included, they move their stable coins on the Tron network because it's fast and cheap.
Well, I'll say this: Tron has underperformed Bitcoin since 2018. I'm just taking a look at the chart, and so since 2018, you've been better to hold Bitcoin than you have Tron, and I don't see that reversing in it right now. The price was pretty suppressed compared to Bitcoin during the last bull market, and the reason it didn't go into bear market is it didn't rally very hard. Right here, I'll take a look. So. Oh, my laptop is frozen. Mind?
Get rid of that Dell, man.
But yeah, if you look at the BTC and Tron chart, you never had a better incentive to hold Tron since 2018 to currently. And so for that reason, it never really had a strong bear market. It never had a giant sell off in the bear market because it never had a giant run up compared to Bitcoin. And so I don't know. I would stay away from it personally if you're asking for my opinion there. So,
There's what you're trying to show.
yeah. And that's the all-time chart. Yeah. So you see 2018 is when the blue crossed the red there. And since then, and then you see the last that last big rally on Bitcoin. Yeah, there's 2018, the last big rally on Bitcoin there. Bitcoin ran up, Tron didn't. And so you were more incentivized and had bigger returns holding Bitcoin from 2018 and on. And I don't see that trend reversing unless China, for example, becomes extremely crypto friendly and big organizations, maybe banks, for example, start using crypto. And I think Tron would be an easy plug there. But I don't know.
We did get a care package from our man Jimmy, and it was a very kind note in here. And you want to read it? So Jimmy's been came to our channel a while ago, but turned into a friend. And so Rob, David, Rocco, and Gravy Train, welcome to the 10K sub club, the only club David cannot restrict access to. I had to find a way to throw a shot in there. Thanks, Jimmy. Want to congratulate you guys on the success and wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year as you cite in 15K subs in 2024. That's FUD. 100K. As a token of appreciation for what you guys do, I've included a bottle for each over 21. Okay, Robin's opening it up right now. In celebration of your achievement, but did not want to leave out the under 21 either. So the little lunchy sack. So Ashley, go ahead and reach under your desk. As you have a little gift from Jimmy. What you got in there?
Ooh,
Is that
I
gravy?
got gravy.
Is that gravy? Get the hell out of here, bro.
Knock it off. I got gravy, nice little Capri Sun,
Get the
and a Starbucks gift card.
And a Starbucks gift card, Jimmy. That better have more than $10 on it. Don't be cheap. Said I would have included animal crackers, but they're out of the store. Continue to grind out the best show on YouTube in the cryptocurrency space. I look forward to subsidizing, supporting, and sugar dadding as much as possible. You're a bunch of good guys, and I'm glad we have been able to establish what I know will be a long-lasting friendship that can only be further solidified by letting me destroy your desk. Since I know David is reading this on the show, I would also like to say thanks to the best community in crypto, the viewers, the enjoyment I get out of showing up and roasting David, making jokes amongst ourselves, and the complete off-topic conversations we have in the live chat makes this show and community the greatest. You guys truly make things a fun experience. Shout out to all the regulars and especially all the whale members. Hola! Merry Christmas to yous and urines.
Okay, cool. So,
Signed, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. We love you, man.
and then we got
Ooh.
Bitcoin
That
bubbly.
Ace of Spades?
No, it's
Oh.
Bitcoin bubbly. You can't see it here, but
Why are you being cheap, Jimmy? Why are you going to give us Ace of Spades, bro?
so it's got the Bitcoin logo on there. It says Bitcoin bubbly. Yeah, we got a lot of cool gifts that we've received from the community. We got the sign there behind Ashley that was also given to us, and then we got we got
David was given.
Yeah, he was gifted to you by me. I brought him to you.
Thank you.
And then we got this hammer, this thing.
Broke Yoshi made that.
Sign. Yeah. So yeah, big shout out to the community. We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. Jimmy, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. We are looking to grow and expand. It's been a great year, and we're looking forward to 2024. And we look forward to sharing success with you guys, our community. You are number one in our hearts. We love you guys. Also, we love our channel sponsor, Cam's Blue Wire Technology. If you want to learn how they can help your business grow, visit bluewiretech.com. And with that being said, Ashley. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So much for tuning in. There is a Bitcoin video dropping. If you're a member, you get early access. That should go live soon. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Until next time.
Sin City,
Peace.
crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin is your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.